Ladies and gentlemen, these are the top stories from last week from the world of Formula One. First off, this is the 2025 Singapore Grand Prix weekend, and it is going to be an exciting race in terms of the potential results because Mercedes and Ferrari are in a close battle for P2 in the constructor standings. Oscar Piastri, the championship leader, had a fucked up weekend in Azerbaijan and he is looking to make some ground up. Max Verstappen is on a rampage. He had two back to back race victories in dominant fashion, and he has a sniff towards the 2025 World Drivers' Championship. That's why this race is going to be an unmissable event. Up next, we have a Chinese firm allegedly using Charles Leclerc's brainwave data for military use. As you all know, Charles Leclerc has gone through many cycles of depression during his tenure at Ferrari, and he uses a headband during his training sessions which records some brainwave data to see how he is dealing with stressful situations, and Chinese firms are allegedly harvesting that data to help their soldiers be more dedicated towards the communist government. We move on. Lewis Hamilton lost his best friend and a star of the paddock, to be honest. Roscoe Hamilton is no more with us. He is in dog heaven, and it couldn't have come at a worse time for Lewis Hamilton, who is going through his first season in Ferrari, and the season has not been going well at all, and that's an understatement. 2025, unfortunately, so far officially is the worst year for Lewis Hamilton. But things can still change because tomorrow is always a new day in Singapore, a track that can potentially suit Ferrari. I hope Lewis Hamilton can go ahead and get that all elusive podium that he wanted for Ferrari all throughout the season, or maybe a race win. He has won around the streets of Singapore for 4 times. Maybe it's time to make it fifth in a row. He can definitely dedicate the win to Roscoe. We move on. Senior strategy engineer at Visa Cash App Racing Bulls Formula One team Nick Roberts has parted ways with the team and is headed to Aston Martin. Now, this news would have been a bit more exciting a couple of months ago when Red Bull were fucking it up and things were not going well, but right now things at Red Bull have stabilized. So this news of another talent from the Red Bull family being poached by Aston Martin is kind of flying under the radar, but I guess we will see what Nick Roberts bring to the table as an experienced strategy engineer trackside for Fernando Alonso in 2026 and beyond. McLaren and IndyCar champion Alex Palou are going to duke it out in Commercial Court in London because Alex Palou has breached some contract that McLaren has offered. So basically, I'll give you the tea. So what happened is McLaren offered Alex a seat. Now what happens is midway, when he was about to join McLaren, he realized that Piastri and Norris, both of them are in multi-year contracts, so I'm not going to get a full-time Formula One seat. So he said, you know what, fuck this, I'm staying with Indy, and I'm going to stay with my existing IndyCar team. And like in the contract, he was either supposed to go to like McLaren Formula One or like McLaren's like IndyCar racing team. He said that, you know what, I'm not even going to go into McLaren family if I'm not going to get a chance at Formula One because Piastri and Norris are in multi-year contracts. So you know what, I'm just going to stay where I am today because at least I'm comfortable here. And he is having a good time. But unfortunately, McLaren didn't like that, and they sued him for the breach of contract. I think he has to pay 30 million euros or some shit. He is now going to court to duke it out and to ensure that he doesn't pay that much money. We will see how it pans out. We move on. We got another FIA presidency candidate. This is the fourth one, called Virginie Philippot. This woman is a journalist, and she was also a former model. Now she's the second female contestant to the FIA presidential seat, outside of Laura Villar, I think her name is. Yes, Laura Villars. Laura Villars is a 28-year-old former racing driver, and she was the first female contestant in the FIA presidential race. She's the second one. We total have 4 people. So the first one is Mohammed bin Salem, who is going to win. The second one is Tim Mayer, who is just in it to gain some publicity points because of the history, because of the beef he had with Mohammed bin Salem in 2024, or was it 2023? In 2024, I think, Austin Grand Prix. Those are the 2 main contestants, but Mohammed bin Salem has got it in the bag. And these women, I mean, they're just definitely using it as a way to improve their publicity. She is a journalist, obviously, publicity is going to help. And a former racing driver, being forgotten, a great way to come back into the limelight. So I guess these chicks are doing whatever they're supposed to do. Up next, we have Max Verstappen winning his GT3 debut in Nordschleife. Obviously, the memes are phenomenal. He's the driver to win in a Ferrari before Lewis Hamilton, and he has silenced a lot of critics who are suggesting that Red Bull designed Max Verstappen's car, or Red Bull designs the Formula One car around Max Verstappen. I mean, I believed it. I said it also. But right now, it seems like all of the cars are designed around Max Verstappen because he seems to drive each and every single one of them very well. It's just going to show how amazing Max is, how great his work ethic is, and when there is a week away from Formula One, he's not going out there spending time with the family. He's not going to do photo shoots with some fucking magazines and posting thirst traps on Instagram. He's going racing. And that's why he needs to go ahead and win the 2025 World Championship, because he deserves it more than the McLaren soy boys who have been making mistakes. That's all the stories from last week from the world of F1. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.